Ever pondered about the process of adding together vectors? Well, today you're in luck, because that's exactly the topic we're diving into. Vector addition at its core is the process of combining two or more vectors to find their resultant vector. Think of the resultant vector as the superhero that embodies the power and direction of all the original vectors combined. There are two main methods for adding vectors: graphical addition and component addition. Let's start with the graphical addition. Imagine you have two vectors. Take a piece of paper and draw these vectors to scale. The next step involves some artistry. Place the tail of the second vector at the head of the first vector. Then draw a line from the tail of the first vector to the head of the second vector. Voila! This line you just drew, that's your resultant vector. Now let's move on to the second method, component addition. This method involves a bit of math. Write down the x component and y component of each vector. To find the x component of the resultant vector, add the x components of each vector. Do the same for the y components to find the y component of the resultant vector. Let's illustrate this with an example. Suppose we have two vectors, a and b, with components a equals 2, 3 and b equals -1, 4. Add the x components of each vector, 2 and -1, to find the x component of the resultant vector. Similarly, add the y components 3 and 4 to get 7. So the resultant vector c is 1, 7. Remember two important properties of vector addition. First, it's commutative, meaning the order in which you add the vectors doesn't change the result. A plus b equals b plus a. Second, it's associative, meaning you can group the vectors any way you like when adding them. A plus b plus c equals a plus b plus c. So, to wrap up, vector addition is the process of combining vectors to find their resultant vector. You can use either graphical addition or component addition. Remember, vector addition is both commutative and associative. So whether you're a math enthusiast or just trying to solve a physics problem, understanding vector addition can come in handy.